So we'll get started on our backs. We'll get started on our backs, and we're going to practice that body scan, using it to transition into our practice. So once you're lying down, just get comfortable, whatever feels nice. You can have the legs straight or have the knees bent. Hands can be palm face open, or left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. And start by noticing your breath. And then where do you notice your breath? Do you notice it in your nose, the back of your throat, and your lungs? See if you can add some length to your inhales and exhales here. And then with continuing the breathing, we'll bring the focus to the bottom of our feet. And we're going to move up the body, giving attention to each little body part at a time to see what's going on. Heal ourselves from the inside out. So with all your awareness at the bottom of your feet, just imagine swirling energy. It could be pulled in from the earth if you like to visualize it that way. When all the concentration is filling up your feet, you can move up into the ankles, beginning to move up the low part of the calf and the shin. Just noticing what's going on. How does that feel in that part of the body? And only when you're ready, begin to move up higher in the calves, the shins. Sometimes you might not feel anything, sometimes you might feel a lot. Maybe there's something that is uncomfortable. You don't necessarily have to move, just notice the discomfort, just notice the sensation. Keep going up into the knees, into the thighs. Try not to let the mind wander here, but really tuning in with our body a little bit at a time. Filling the thighs, going up into the hips, only when you're ready. Notice whatever comes up when you're bringing all your awareness to that hip sensation, that hip area. Trying to soften and heal. Just sending love to our own body. Now feeling the core in your back. When you get to the heart space, imagine an opening, some lightness. And then going down the arms, out the palms of your hands. Nice and slow. And then maybe out of the palms of your hands, you can visualize that energy returning back to the earth. And then last, we go to the neck. Slowly moving up the back base, from the base of your neck up into the head and crown. Soften the space around your jaw. Soften the space around your eyes, temples, your forehead. And then the crown of the head. Noticing the sensation of your whole body, the entire space that you take up, that you hold. Bring it back together as one collective body. Maybe returning to the feet, doing a quick scan, root to rise, settling into the body. And then we'll invite some movement. Just bend the knees, let them drop side to side. We'll cactus the arms here, and when the knees go over to the right, let it be more of a supine twist. So maybe your left hip comes to stack on top of the right. Gently go through center, and then let the knees fall over to the left. Readjust that spine, maybe you pick up the hips, and this time let both knees fall over to the left, as much as it's comfortable, getting into the twist. And then come back to center. We'll kick both up, heels to the ceiling. So straight into those legs. And then begin to grab the back of the legs, the calves, wherever you can. Just opening up the back of the legs. Pulling the shins towards your face. And then take some ankle circles here, both directions. You maybe even shake out the feet a little bit, just getting some reverse blood flow right here. And then we'll come to a supine figure four. So take your right ankle to your left kneecap. That right knee is going to point out, and then maybe you add the inside of your right palm to that right knee as you gently pull the rest of your shin towards your chest. Opening up that right hip. And maybe rocking side to side, gently releasing the low back. And release, and we'll take the same thing other side. So left ankle, right kneecap. Begin to pull the shin towards your face as you press that left knee, left palm gently away, getting deeper into the glute. And rock side to side. All right, release out of that, grab the back of the legs, and we'll rock and roll along the spine a couple times, giving yourself a little massage. Eventually making your way to comfortable cross-legged position. Grounding down through those sit bones. We'll get into the neck a little bit. So let those hands rest on the knees. Maybe even close the eyes here. And breathe into your neck. Let your head be nice and heavy as you take nice, heavy neck holds, both directions. If you find a spot that needs some extra love, just add some weight of that hand. Breathe into the neck. Still being tall through the spine. And then come back to center, nice and tall. We'll take our butterfly pose with the legs, or with the feet. So let the insides of the feet come together, let those knees fall out to the side. You can even give yourself that little foot rub here on the arches of the feet. And this can be your butterfly pose, or inhale, find some length in the spine. And exhale, bow forward. Keep pulling your belly button up and in. press on up out of that. We'll cross legs and roll over the knees to tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then take your cat-cow practice here. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes up. Exhale, arch the spine with the head in heavy. Moving through cat-cow at your own pace. Tuning into that spine. A few more rounds. Really try to let the movement follow the breath. And then take those hands a little bit farther in front of where they are right now. Add more movement, taking the hips nice and wide. Full hip circles. You can press all the way back to what feels like a child's pose. You can drop those hips down really far to the side. Breathe into that side body. Come forward to a small back bend, whatever feels natural. And still keeping with that body scan in the sense that we're giving our body the attention here. We want to tune into the feelings in every part of our body individually and how it works together. Come back to tabletop, stacked position, and we'll thread the needle. So inhale, right hand opens up. And exhale, thread the needle, send it under the body over to the left. Head comes down to the mat, left hand in front of your face, or extend that hand long. Pull the core up and in here, you're still active. And then if you want to take a balancing posture, you can lift that inside leg, that left leg. Yogi's choice. And return all the way back to tabletop. Coming out, thread the needle, working on those transitions, and then same thing, other side. Inhale, left hand sweeps open. Exhale, goes all the way under the body, over to the right. Right away, beginning to roll over that left shoulder. Nice and slow movements to start, kind of tuning into the shoulder space. Yogi's choice to lift that inside leg for a balancing pose. And then coming all the way back to your tabletop position. All right, nice job, yogis. Let's open the hip. Let's take our right knee out to the side, a couple hip circles, both directions. Flex those toes forward to protect the knee. And then send that right leg long, so straighten through that heel, and then we'll lift the left hand forward. On an exhale, knee to elbow underneath you. Really pull the knee into the chest. Inhale, find length. Now I'm going to let you follow your own pace. Try to let the movement follow your breath. So your breath is deciding how fast or slow you can go through these two positions. Inhale, open, exhale, knee and elbow touch, or maybe work on pulling that knee really high. It works the core. Last one. Drop the left hand. We're going to take the right foot all the way off the mat over on the left side. Nice and far side body stretch. So then let your gaze go over that left shoulder, find the right foot. Still reaching through the bottom of that right heel. Side body stretch. Back to tabletop position, nice job. Same thing, left side, take that knee out to the side, flex the toes forward. Take the hip in circles, both directions. And then send that heel long, find your balance and reach the right hand forward, like you're trying to shake somebody's hand. Exhale, knee to elbow. Arch the spine, pull the knee high, inhale, find length. Releasing you to work at your own pace. Engaging that warrior breath through Jai breathing. Trying to make that ocean sound. All right, last one. When you release your right hand down, straighten the left leg, and shoot the heel all the way over to the right. Try to straighten into that leg a little more, pressing the heel a little bit farther back. Gaze goes over the right shoulder, trying to find the left foot. Come back to your tabletop position. Tuck those toes. Cover the knees 2 inches off the ground. Feel that works your low core, so those abs. Right here, this is an ab workout. All the way to down dog. Exhale, send the hips high, send them back, send your heels to the earth. First down dog of class, walking out, pedal the feet, make it yours. Find your down dog. You might feel some lengthening happening in your spine here. Roll those armpits in to face each other a little bit. Spread your fingers wide. Breathe into the back of the legs one at a time. Keep that core open. And then we're going to look at the space between our hands on the bottom of an exhale. Take your toe to the front of the mat. Now, while you do this, keep your hips really high. And then when you get to the front of the mat, ragdoll pillows, heels about hips width distance. Grab your elbows. And you can sway side to side in ragdoll pose. Have a deep bend in that knee, or in both knees. Kind of letting the belly rest on the thighs to release the low back. Release your neck, release the head. You can even shake out that head, yes and no. Well, and no, yes. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. All the way to standing. And then just finding our mount pose, so grounding down through both feet. And we'll play around with the shoulders a little bit. Lift the shoulders up to the ears and then pull them back. Notice the difference from when you're hunched up and when you're relaxed backwards. So we want to practice keeping that open heart space and the shoulders relaxed back out of the ears. All right, from here, bring those big toes to touch. We're going to come to chair pose. So you can have space between the heels for chair pose. And then bend the knees, sweep the hands forward. Lower those hips like you're trying to find that chair behind you. Make sure you can see those big toes in front of you. And exhale, prayer hands twist to the right. Left elbow, right knee. And slowly you're going to continue to twist, pressing the hands together, but letting your gaze go over to the right. Keep your knees glued together. The left knee tries to go in front. Keep them together. Keep pressing through the palms. Last breath. Inhale, sweep the hands forward, and exhale, go to the left. Press those palms together, right elbow, left knee. Pull your belly button back towards the spine, creating space in the core. Gaze goes to the left. Keep pressing into the palms. Don't let that right knee shoot in front of the left. And inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. Take those feet back out, hips width distance, and we're going to come to a gorilla pose here. So to get into gorilla, you can start by bending those knees. You're going to lift up your feet, place the palms underneath the feet. Let your head be heavy. It's a forward fold. We'll inhale, find some lift and length. And exhale, use the strength of your hands to pull you into gorilla pose. Let the head come down towards the feet. If you don't like the palms under the feet, you can just take your big toes. Either way, you're using the arms. Every exhale, try to release a little more. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose, hold plank.
From plank pose, we're gonna work on that obliques. So take your right knee, right elbow, send it back, left knee, left elbow, send it back, keep going. Right knee, right elbow, switching feet, finding your balance, keeping the hips as low as you can. Really working basically everything right now. Keep using your breath or just holding plank. Last one, drop the knees and then drop the belly all the way down to the mat. Hands under the shoulders, let the legs go long. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, press back to a child pose. Let those knees be wide, forehead rests on the mat. Let that spine find length once again. Try to send those hips a little bit farther back. Tune into that ujjayi breathing. Try to make it loud. Down the back of your throat. All right, from child, we're just gonna come to puppy pose. So lifting your hips, and then you might bring the knees in a little bit closer together. Walk your hands over to the right. So reach through your left fingertips and then sink the weight back into the left hip. Opening up that left shoulder, you'll feel it in the rib cage. Walk the hands through center over to the left. Puppy pose, side body stretch. Reach the right fingertips, send the weight back into that right hip. All right, come through center, through tabletop to down dog. Send those hips nice and high, send them back, settle those heels down to the earth. We'll look at the space between the hands on the bottom of an exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. And when you get there, inhale, half lift, shine forward, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing, and exhale, hands through heart center, down by the side. Coming back to that chair pose, bring those big toes to touch. Inhale, sweep the hands forward, send the hips back, chair pose. Exhale, prayer hands, twist to the right. Find that nice position where that elbow and knee have a good hook. Nice connection, and then we're gonna move the weight into the right foot. Begin to lift that left heel toward your left glute, and then send it all the way back to high lunge with prayer hands twist. Nice job. One breath here, finding that balance. Inhale, high lunge, sweep the hands forward. Settle into that high lunge, feel that left hip flexor opening up, deep bend in the front knee. And then kick off warrior three. Left foot lifts, hands are forward. Grounding through right side. You can stay here, or we're gonna take some little squats, bringing left knee to back of right calf. Building strength in the legs. Little curtsy lunge, curtsy squat. You'll have to bend both knees in order to get that left kneecap to just tap on the right. Last one. Release the hands down, standing splits. Lift that left leg high to the sky and let your head go all the way down. Try to reach the top of the right foot. Challenging your balance, lifting one foot or one hand off the mat. Nice job. Drop the back foot for pyramid pose. So straight into both legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pyramid pose. Maybe a couple block or a drop. And then stay here. We're gonna have some handstand practice today. If you wanna bend your front knee, you're gonna let your hands come forward, be under the shoulders. And then your left foot's gonna pop into the air, and you're just gonna practice coming off of that right foot. for handstand practice. Or you can stay in pyramid pose. Nice job. Yeah, if you want it, getting both feet off the ground for a second. Nice job. All right, we'll take it down, come through chaturanga with an exhale or all the way to the belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, down dog. Nice strong inhale, and then a longer exhale, release. All right, bend the knees, look at the space between your hands, walk stick and hop to the front of your mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan all the way up to standing. Exhale, recenter. Coming back to that chair pose, same thing, other side. Bend those knees, inhale, sweep the hands forward, send the hips back. Exhale, prayer hands, twist to the left. Really try to get that right elbow onto that kneecap as far as you can. And then move the weight into your left foot. And then your right heel is going to begin to lift towards right glute. See if you can hold it there for a second. Shoot that right foot back, high lunge with prayer hands, twist. Inhale, high lunge, hands come through center. Take a breath here to settle down with that front knee come farther forward. Feel that hip flexor open up. Take flight, warrior three, lift your back heel off the mat. Hands are forward, grounding through left foot. Take the yogi or the curtsy squats if you want, or staying in warrior three. Lots of work here, you got it. Taking your back, or your right kneecap to the back of the left calf. Couple more. Lots of work. You know we get rest after this. You got it. All right, standing splits. Kick that right heel high. Let the top of the head come down towards the left foot. Maybe taking one hand off the mat. And then dropping the pyramid pose. Let your left or your right foot land about 3 to 4 feet behind your left. Straighten into both legs. Maybe you have that block. Inhale, find some lift and length. And exhale, pyramid pose. And then yogi's choice to continue with this stretch, or you bend the front knee, bringing the weight forward. Hands come into the mat under the shoulders. Lift the right foot and begin to pop the ball of the left foot off the mat. Practicing getting the weight of your hips to be stacked over the weight of your shoulders. Nice job, guys. All the giggles. All right, drop it down. Take it through a chaturanga vinyasa, moving down dog. From down dog, inhale, right foot high to the sky. We'll come to lizard pose. Let the right foot land on the outside of your right pinky. We're gonna settle down into lizard pose. So you wanna roll onto the outside of the right foot and then maybe even turning your chest over to the right and gently pressing that knee away. Lizard pose is something we hold for a little bit longer, so if you have a favorite variation, feel free to take it. If you want to add a quad stretch, you can kick that left heel up towards the glute. Or maybe your lizard pose is down on the forearms. Breathing into those hips after those legs just did so much work. Use that Ujjayi breath. Last exhale here. Release that foot. If you haven't, press the hands under your shoulders, step back to a down dog. Pull out the feet. And then we'll do lizard pose left side. Inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, let the foot land on the outside of the left pinky, drop the right knee. And then once again, making your way into whatever is your favorite lizard pose. Maybe kicking that right heel towards the body for that quad stretch. Or coming down to one or both forearms. The goal is just to feel those hips, both hips opening up. Keep your core engaged, protect the low back. And last exhale, release the foot if you have it. And then send your left foot back, and we're gonna come to our belly for 2 bow poses. Get into that low back today. So once you're just down on the belly, hands can kind of rest under the shoulders, and then you're gonna kick your heels towards your glutes. We've done a lot of quad stuff today, so you should feel nice and open in the quads. But when you're ready, go ahead and grab both feet, let your gaze be straight in front of you, and with a strong inhale, kick into the feet for full expression of bow. Kick a little harder, lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the thighs. And release, let your head come down, chin or ear, windshield wiper the legs side to side. And then come back to center. We'll do one more boat pose. So go ahead and grab those feet, gaze are forward. Do a nice exhale to release. Nice strong inhale, kick up, lift up. Trying to balance on basically your hip bones. So keep lifting everything else off the mat. Lift the gaze, kick harder. And release, hands under the shoulders, press back to a child's pose. Feel that counter stretch in the low back as it finds length. Couple breaths in child's pose. All right, and the last exhale here. Maybe a little sigh, side out. Getting ready to stand back up. So bring that weight forward through a tabletop and coming back to down dog. On the bottom of an exhale, look at the space between the hands, walk separate hop to the front of the mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing, nice tall reach. And exhale, hands through heart center, down by the side. Bring those big toes back to touch. Chair pose today. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the hands forward, chair pose. Send those hips back. Pull your low ribs into the core. Tuck your tailbone down a little bit. Imagine you have a tail, tuck it down to the earth. Exhale, hands, twist to the right. Try to press those palms together, really getting into this pose before we move. This time we're going to extend both arms. So left hand down, right hand up. And then we're going to grab the bottom of that right foot with the left fingers. Ground down into the left foot. Begin to stand up with that right foot in the hand. Yes, yeah, we're half the knee, beautiful. This is not an easy pose. Keep kicking through that right heel, extending the arms. Nice job, beautiful. You have this nice spinal twist. Pull your foot over to the left. All right, go all the way back down. Nice job. And inhale, hands through center. Chair pose. Resetting. You know what we're doing. Same thing, other side. Exhale, for hands twist to the left. Really get that spinal twist before you begin to extend the arms. Ground down through your right foot. Grab the outside of the left foot with the right hand. This is the tricky part. Maybe you have your knee or the foot, whatever's in your reach. Begin to stand up, keeping that left hand extended behind you. Top of the crown of your head. Begin to straighten that left heel forward. Spinal twist still. Nice job. And return nice and slow. The transitions are part of the work here. So go all the way back to your chair pose. Inhale, sweep the hands forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, leaning down. All right, inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up high, lunge. From here, we're gonna come all the way to standing with that right, or the left foot extended in front of us. Try to kick through that left heel a little bit more, and then for 5, you're gonna lift the thigh. Whole stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, warrior 3. Send that left foot back, grounding through right foot still, hands are forward. Revolve half moon, left hand down, right hand up. Maybe you have a block under that left hand. Still working on that right side balance. Spinal twist. And then revolved pyramid. Drop your back foot. Let your left hand come to the inside of the right foot. So straighten into both legs for revolved triangle. To the outside of that right IT band. And then we're going to come all the way to a wide-legged forward fold. So revolving that chest to the center line of the mat, rolling on that heel of the right foot to bring your toes into pigeon. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. We'll be here for a little bit longer. So lots of wide-legged forward fold options. You can take a shoulder stretch, grabbing those hands together overhead. We've done a lot of spinal twists today, but if you want more spinal twists, one hand under the face, the other hand legs. Whichever one you're in, maybe practice rolling the weight to the balls of the feet a little bit. See how it feels to begin to transition that weight. As if one day your feet will pick up for the shoulders stand, your head stand, forearms stand. All right, very gently begin to walk back towards the front of the mat, framing your right foot. Take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, knee and down. Inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot high, lunge, lift those hands forward, deep bend in that front knee. All right, from here, ground through the left foot, we're gonna come to standing with that right heel kicking forward. And then stay here or practice pulsing that quad, the heel a little bit higher. 4, 5, 5.5. Warrior 3, send that heel back, hands forward. Grounding through that left foot, reach those hands forward, pull your core up. Revolved half moon, so right hand down to the mat, left hand up to the sky. Step the back foot back about 3 to 4 feet, revolve triangle. Right hand on the inside of left foot. Nice job. We're gonna go all the way to wide-legged forward fold, second and final. So take another variation of wide-legged forward fold, whichever one you like. We'll walk those hands onto the earth underneath you. Maybe taking that inversion this time if you have the headstand or shoulder stand. Wherever you're at, pull your belly button up to the spine. And use your exhales to fold a little deeper. All right, nice job. Walk back towards the front of the mat, framing left foot, plant the hands. Step back, take it through a chaturanga vinyasa or skip it. And then we're gonna come to lizard pose. So right knee comes to behind right wrist. Bring your shin nice and high to the front of the mat. Send your left leg long. As you settle down here, try to keep the hips square to the front of the mat. And then begin to settle the weight down. Maybe let your forearms come down. Maybe you can add a thread the needle here if you want. Your left arm goes over to the right. If there's any pressure in that knee, roll on out of that. We'll take a supine figure 4. Maybe returning to that body scan practice as you tune into your hip, that right hip specifically. Just notice whatever you're noticing. Try to find it. Every exhale, getting you a little bit deeper. All right, begin to lift the chest. Press the hands into the mat, roll your weight onto the right side. Swing the left foot around for firewalk pose. Letting knees and ankles stack here. Takes a moment to get into it, so begin to lower the space between knees and ankles. Maybe pick up those hips with your pressing hands into the mat. Let them settle back down into the earth. And then you can have a block between the knee and ankle for support. Or if you're ready to bow forward, make sure you're grounding down to those sit bones. Inhale, find length, and then exhale. Keep a straight spine for as long as you can. Bowing forward, hands on the mat. All right, release out of that. Release those legs. You can windshield wiper side to side a little bit. Nice little release. And then we'll make our way back to down dog to get into the same other side. So right, you can feel good at pulling out the back of the legs here once or twice. And then pigeon pose left side. Left knee lands behind left wrist. With that shin as high as you can. Straighten your back leg. And then keeping awareness to those hips being square to the front of the mat as you can. And then gently lowering your weight forward onto the forearms. Excuse me. Lift your pose. Let your forehead rest down. And then tune to that left side.
letting the weight of your body and gravity melt down into the mat. Feeling the mat hold you back up. Last breath. We're going to lift the chest. Roll the weight over onto the left hip and swing your right foot all the way around for fire block or full expression patiently. So I always lift my hips and settle the weight back down. However you get into this pose. And if this is too much too, you can take out that bottom leg, just work on one at a time. Or if you're ready to bow forward at your own pace. Still active in that core, so the sensation of pulling your belly button up and in. Vinyasa Flow. All right, press up, back to sitting, release those legs. And we're going to come to a couple seated stretches before we sit down. So we'll start with right leg forward and then left knee bends out to the side, and you can take your left foot in towards the body. And with this is a straight-legged fold, but some people's hips might prefer this way. So whichever's more comfortable for you, heel in or heel out. So turn your chest to face over that right leg. Inhale, lift through the crown. You're as tall as you can be. And exhale, bow forward of your right leg. Press back up, and then we're going to take if you have your heel out, bring your heel into the body this time, and we're going to take the right leg out 45 degrees. Getting into the low back, we'll take our right forearm, come forward, sweep it over towards the right, and then inhale, left hand up and over, trying to find those toes. Really breathe into the low back, breathe into that groin area still. Legs are still open. Gaze wherever is comfortable, don't have to hold the head. And release all the way back to center, up to sitting, and we'll switch out those legs. Two poses, other side. So left heel out straight, and then take your right heel either into the body, or I actually find a better stretch if I have an external right foot. So turn your chest. That's just the shape of my hips. Now everyone's different. So inhale, find length, and then exhale, bow over that left shin. Reaching for those toes or hands on the ground, just supporting you. Try to reach the top of your head towards the foot. Lift back up. Take that left leg out 45 degrees now, and then we'll all take our right heel in towards the body. Take the right forearm, bowing forward, sweeping it over to the left shin, and inhale, nice big reach, like an arm, a rainbow. Finding its arc, reach the fingertips down to the toes. Big side body opening. All right, release through center, and we're gonna make our way onto our backs. for the last 10 minutes of class, so roll on down to your backs. Gently, and then pull those knees into the chest, give yourself a little hug, wrap the forearms around the shins. You can rock side to side. And then we'll come into a happy baby, grabbing outsides of both feet or insides. Happy baby, let's use this pose to find length in the spine. So take your chin down towards the chest a little bit, not so that the head lifts, but so you feel that extension on the back of your neck. Try to keep the tailbone on the earth, try to keep the shoulder blades on the earth. And then we'll release the heels to the ceiling one last time. You can do a restorative shoulder stand today if you want to take a block or a pillow if you're at home under the hips. Or you can press all the way up to a shoulder stand. Use some momentum to lift those hips. Grab your hands on your low back. Bring those elbows in close to each other as you can. And then think about bringing your chest closer to your chin here. Bringing the weight of your hips to stack over your shoulders. Feeling that blood come down from the feet. Filling that heart space. Change your perspective. Plow pose, if that's in your practice, you can drop the feet overhead towards the floor. Big low back release. Grab your hands together underneath you for plow pose. Continue to press your chest up towards the chin. And then we roll out one vertebrae at a time. Let the hands be on the mat to guide you down. And then we'll end class with a spinal twist. Bring your knees into the chest and then let them fall over to the right. Pick up your hips, bring them back to the center of the mat. We want the left hip to be stacked right on top of the right hip. Cactus your left arm, let that gaze go over to the left. Last chance to wring out that spine from the crown of your head to that tailbone. Letting the body just be heavy as it rests. Breathing all the benefits of your practice. And then gently making your way back to center. Be mindful of the spine. Only just going really slow, and then same thing other side. Pull the knees up to the chest, let them drop over to the left, moving to your supine twist. Let that gaze go over to the side, cactus the arms. Last breath here. And gently returning to center. And then for about a minute or so, I invite you to take any last little movements, stretching, postures. Whatever you need to get ready for Shavasana, stillness.
body doesn't lie, so whatever it needs, let it happen.
And setting up for Shavasana, you can take it any way that you would like.
And see some up the wall. You can keep that block under the lap.
Totally up to you.
And for the next few minutes,
dedicating this time to yourself. As we let ourselves be human beings, not human doings. As thoughts come, just let them go. Observe anything that comes up, but don't try to follow it or attach to it. And welcome to your Shavasana. Invite movement back into the body, wiggle fingers, toes. You can float the eyes open or keep them closed, just whatever feels right for you. Feeling your body wake back up. Bring those hands on your head. And then roll over onto the side. Using arm as a pillow, right side for grounding, the left side for energizing. And then gently pressing up to that comfortable seated position. We'll meet ending class sitting on our sit bones, cross-legged, hands on the knees. top of the spine, gentle bow of the head. Inhale, bring the hands overhead. Exhale, bring the thumbs down to the third eye center. Do your practice and always coming. Align knees, Susan, to my knee. Namaste. Namaste.